about petty drama or misunderstandings. This is about gut level, I never saw it coming, that type of pain. This is when life breaks your heart, flips the pain, betrays your trust. How do you hold that pain without letting it change you? Okay, y'all. It's the Squad Podcast where we fight for her. It's your girl, your coach, Coach Tocha Moore. I'm excited to be here with you today. Today, we're getting real about the kind of pain that I'm sure, or maybe you haven't, but I know the kind of pain that I have felt that if I would have allowed it, it would have changed who I was. It's the kind of pain that didn't just hurt you, it definitely changed you. This episode is for the woman that's been holding the pain she didn't cause. You didn't expect it, you didn't start it, you didn't even see it coming, and the truth is now that you're carrying it, and you don't know what to do with it. Today, I want to help walk you through what it looks like, not around it, through it. If you don't process the pain, it will perform for you in all the wrong places. So let's get into it. The first thing I want to walk you through is understanding that you have to acknowledge the pain. I know I struggle with that. Acknowledging the pain, whatever it is that hurt me, I have to acknowledge it before I can move forward. This is about the kind of pain that leaves no clear explanation as to why or what, just the consequences. I don't know if you've ever been there. I know that I have. The kind of pain that throat punches you and you're like, wait, that hurt a little bit, okay? Maybe it was childhood trauma. Maybe it was betrayal from a friend. Maybe it was a spouse, significant other, your mother, father, whomever, somebody that you loved in a way. Maybe it was a parent walking out. Maybe it was a parent that you never knew. Maybe it was a divorce, a death, a dream that you had that was deferred. You didn't cause it, but now you're carrying it, and that matters. I want you to know I see you. So if we don't acknowledge the pain, we stay stuck in the cycle of repeating the pain. Because when we don't acknowledge what has happened, we don't do our best to get the help that we need, pray through whatever it is, learn the things we need to learn about it, and how do we deal with the pain that it has caused us, it is very easy for us to then transpose that pain onto someone else, to put the blame on someone else, to allow someone else to feel what we felt because we felt it. The first thing that I want to talk about is what we don't do with it, because it's easy for our perspective to be distorted when we are hurt. That is just the truth. One, we lash out on others. Everybody getting a piece of it, as I used to say. Anybody can get it, right? Because we're hurt. And sometimes because we just lash out on people. What's the saying? Hurt people. Because we're hurt, we just want to hurt either the person that did it, the people around us. And sometimes we don't even realize that we're hurting them. In the words that we say, and the actions that we have, or the things that we do, sometimes we don't realize that the other person on the other end may or may not have been the person that caused the hurt, but they're receiving the backlash from the hurt. And they don't deserve that. And so we have to make sure that we're not lashing out on people that we love and care about. Maybe we don't love them, we don't care about them. I don't know, y'all. But we want to be making sure that we are not lashing out on people that are in our world because we're hurt. The second thing we do not want to do, we don't want to numb it. Y'all, whether that's with work, alcohol, drugs, whatever. We don't want to numb it with scrolling, living our life vicariously through other people. Nothing wrong with a good little scroll, but we don't want that to be the narrative that now we have the expectation of our life being perfect. Or you're looking at the person that hurt you and looking at all the things they're doing, and so it's making you mad or deeper in depression or whatever. I know that I've done that. Somebody's hurt me and I'm on their page like, oh, they laughing? Why are they laughing? Or, my perspective is only on them because I'm hurt, instead of looking at me and dealing with the things I need to deal with so that I can move forward. So I don't want you to get caught and stuck in the cycle of, I'm going to just scroll until I feel better. I'm going to numb it in some kind of way because I'm going to try to fix it in ways that are not beneficial for me becoming the best version of me. I'll say it like that. We don't want to do that. We don't want to numb it. People work, 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 work just to try not to feel anything. That's all we're doing. We just don't want to feel anything. So sometimes we do the wrong thing so we don't feel anything. You got to feel what you feel so you can process it, so you can begin to navigate healing past it. Third thing, revenge disguised as setting boundaries. So we're going to get back at them and we're going to shut down. We ain't going to talk to nobody. We're not going to do anything. I know for me, when I get upset, sometimes with my husband, oh, it's the silent treatment all day long. Like, are you talking to me? Because I'm not talking to you. That's how your girl rolls sometimes. And it ain't right, okay? I'm going to acknowledge that. I'm going to say it out loud. It's not right. And so I had a tendency, learning and growing in that area in massive ways, but I had a tendency to just shut everybody out and saying, oh, I'm just setting boundaries. Honestly, I was just trying to get back at them by not talking. Okay, let's just be real and honest. We keep it transparent over here. I was just trying to get back at them by not talking to them. So it was like, you hurt me, I'm not going to talk to you. I'm not your friend. I'm not your girl or whatever it might have been. And I'm not talking about like a day or two. I'm talking about weeks. I'm not talking. Got nothing to say. Yes, no answers. Yes, no. Passive aggressive, honestly. That's the truth. And so we say, oh, we're setting boundaries so that I can protect myself. No, you just don't want to address the healing. Fourth thing, we can't not address. We already said that. We can't not address it, y'all. Some of us have a tendency of avoidance. That is not it. Avoiding what is right in front of you is never going to move out of the way if you don't address it. It's going to stay right there. It's going to sit right there. It's going to be in the pocket. It's not going to move until you make the decision that, you know what, I really do have to address this in a healthy way. And what does that look like for me? For whatever number I want. Bitterness masked as strength. We walk around mad. We really are evil, if we're honest. We have certain situations that we're just like, oh, you know, well, it just is what it is, or whatever the case may be. But internally, we're bitter, we're mad, we're angry, and we're still walking through life like, oh, everything's just fine, because we want everybody to believe that we're strong in the middle of whatever it is that we're going through. But the truth is, if we don't navigate it in the right way, we're still going to be bitter on the other side of it. We're walking through like we're strong, and nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with you feeling like, okay, I can get through this, and have the moments you need to have along the way in a right way. Scrolling through so you can comment on somebody's something at the right way. Because we done that. Y'all know, I've done that. Like, oh, I'm about to scroll so I can see that they're doing it. They make a little comment. Like, it's nice, but it's nasty. Okay? I'm going to be honest. I'm going to be real. And so, we can't confuse coping with conquering. Numbness is not healing. We cannot confuse coping with conquering. Numbness is not healing, y'all. It's putting a mask on your face. It's just doing this. Like, y'all can't see me? Like, putting your hands over your face like, oh, they don't see me? Yeah, we see you. We still see you. In the hopes that nobody will catch on to the fact that you are bitter, you're angry, you're hurt, and you need to deal with that. We just put a mask on and we keep numbing it and keep numbing it. I know I did. Just keep pushing. Just keep going. You'll be fine. Don't worry about it. I'm coping. I say, well, I'm navigating. I'm dealing. I'm coping. But I'm just numbing the pain that I really and truly do feel. It's okay for you to feel what you feel in the moment that you feel it. Deal with it and then move on. And that sometimes takes time. Sometimes it takes a lot of time. Sometimes the moment can just be the moment. And that's fine too. Sometimes it takes minutes, hours, days, weeks, months, and sometimes even years. Take the time you need to heal in the right way. That's how you fight for her, the best version of you. Okay? I'm going to give y'all some biblical examples, which I absolutely love. Y'all know I love the Bible. I'm a God girl over here. Yes, I am. Job, he lost everything, y'all. Everything. And he still worshiped God. What are you talking about? You don't know the story of Job? Let me tell you. I'm so glad you asked. The story of Job, he was sitting there, man, and his business servants kept coming up to him. One ran up to him, Job, oh my goodness, all your cattle gone. He was a wealthy man in the Bible, had lots of things, lots of children, had built wealth, always honored the Lord. He came and was like, oh, I'm the only one that escaped. A lion came and ate all your cattle. All right, cool. Job was like, you know, God is still good. Something else happened. Oh, Job, I came. I'm the only one. It was one person that always got away so they could bring him the bad news. Y'all know who that person is in your life. Sometimes the person that always comes in your life. When you see them coming, you know they've got something bad to tell you. Like, this was literally Job. Somebody comes and was like, Job, I'm the only one that escaped. All of your children and their servants are dead. Like, Job kept worshiping God. When I tell you, tragedy after tragedy after tragedy, he just kept saying, God is still good. He's still faithful, and he's going to bring me out on the other side of this. I'm encouraging you that with that today. Jesus, talk about it. He was betrayed by one of his very best friends, a disciple who was with him all the time, walking with him, and he still forgave. Judas sold him to be taken to the cross. He sat with him. He ate with him. He prayed with him. He walked with him. And he knew all the while he knew that Judas would be the one to betray him. And he still sat at the table with him. Y'all, I'm navigating some things like this myself right now. That's just honest. I'm like, Lord, I'm at a space where it's like, I don't know. But I'm reminded of these stories in the Bible of people that have done the things that we are sometime going to be asked to do. You're going to be asked to forgive someone who you do not think deserves that forgiveness. The people that Jesus knew would crucify him, he looked up and said, Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do. On the cross, being beaten, nails stuck in his hand as he shook and bled, he still said, forgive them, because they don't know what they're doing. How many times have you been asked to say, forgive them, because they don't know what they're doing? But we feel like they know, they should have known this, that, or the other. Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do. Have you been asked to do that? Have you done it? Y'all, that's real. Joseph, he was abandoned. He was sold. He was lied on. And he still kept his heart pure. He didn't develop hatred on the people. He didn't say, God, get them. Lord, do this, like as the girls would say, praying for their downfall. He didn't go to God like, God, do this to them. Because that's what we like to do. Say, God, you should do this. You should punish them. You should this, that, or the other. And they did this and they did that. And you need to get them. That ain't the way to get it. We think it is. Every man will be paid according to their sin, not by you, but by God. He says, vengeance is mine. But we try to fix the thing or make the thing. Or we say things like, well, I'm going to pray. I don't remember who it was, but I heard someone the other day was like, see, that's what they get. No, that is not what they get. You shouldn't be excited when something happens to someone else. You should be praying for their healing and their deliverance and all the things. Because we do wrong stuff, but we categorize sin, big, little, middle ground. No, it's all the same. All the same in his eyes. So maybe they did something that you feel like is up here, maybe what you did is right here, but it's still the same in the eyesight of God. Okay? So understand that, as my daughter would say, you can't pray for the demise or the downfall of somebody else and think that God is going to honor that. And maybe something bad will happen to them, because that happens sometimes, because it's life. And we think, yep, see, they did me wrong, and I asked the Lord to get them for me. I was like, Lord, I didn't deserve this. They did me so wrong. You should do this. He doesn't operate like that. He pays every man according to his work. According to him, vengeance is mine, says the Lord. It doesn't belong to me, Natasha. So I don't get to decide who's deserving of punishment or not. I don't get to decide because I'm hurt that I want something hurtful to happen to someone else. That is not who he designed us to be. That is who you can become if you do not deal with the hurt that you felt. Trust me, there have been moments in my life, y'all, when I lost everything and people laughed. Like, literally, homeless. No, they laughed like it was funny. And I'm so grateful for that time in my life, and everything in me probably wanted to say, God, get them. But all I could do in those moments was say, God, help me. Because as much as we think it's about the other person, we have to accept that it did happen. And then learn, how do we navigate this new? Because hurt is hurt. So I want to encourage you, don't let pain become your personality. That's a nugget right there, y'all. Don't let pain become your personality. Let it become your purpose. That is why I'm recording this podcast right now, y'all. Because of hurt that I've been through in my life, that I decided would become my purpose. To encourage other women that yes, you've been hurt and life has thrown you a lot of curveballs. But you can come out on the other side better. I could have held on to that pain for as long as I could hold on to it. And believe me, I tried probably more than I should have. I don't want that to be your narrative. I don't want that to be a part of you as a member of the squad. I can remember a moment in my life where someone really and truly lied on me, y'all. They said that I was doing things, talking to this guy, and made up whole untruths. And I was like, what? That's not even, while I was married, mind you. And I'm like, and no, that is so not what happened. But they created this whole story around it, and everything in me was so mad because people that I cared about believed the lie. And I was like, bro, what? And I'm like, they know me. They should know who I am. That's not who I am. And it hurt me to my core because it was people that I genuinely and truly loved. And everything inside of me was mad and angry. And I wanted to build walls, and I did in a sense. And was like, they're not going to see my daughter. I'm not going to talk to them anymore. All kinds of things. And I could have held on to that. And I wanted to, believe me when I tell you I wanted to. And I also knew that I could let that make me bitter for the rest of my life toward women. And then I would never experience what I experience now, being able to come to you and say, this is where I was, and this is how I did the work, and now I'm transitioned and I'm on the other side. And I still have work to do. Again, we always talk about the ebb and flow. There's a building and a breaking and a building, right? Gonna break me, I'm gonna build something. Then I'm gonna build and that might break. And then I gotta build something else, right? We're always changing and evolving and becoming better. And that's the beautiful thing. Life will happen to you because it happens to us all, and you get to decide how you navigate that. I didn't let the pain become my personality. It did for a minute. I'm gonna backtrack and say that. It did for a minute. And then I decided that that was not the narrative I wanted to keep. That is not the version of me that I wanted to stay, being mean and cutting people off quick, like hurtful. And it was just because I was hurt. The stuff I would say now, I apologize if you were ever on the end of this quick tongue of mine. I am so sorry. I genuinely am sorry if I ever hurt your feelings because I was hurt and I said something to you to hurt you. So if you're watching and I did, I am so sorry. Okay? God allowed me to one day feel inside, from the inside out, the hurt I was putting on other people. And I was like, wow, that's who I am. That's not who I want to be. And from that, that's when I made the decision, like, God, I've got to heal. I'm walking around mad at this man, and I don't even know him. That was my biological father. Lord, I'm being mean. I hear my daughter say, friends, God, that is not who I am. So with that being said, I want to tell you that it's okay to bleed, but don't build from your bitterness. As we wrap up the show today, you have to process the pain, not perform over it, not push past it, not deal with it, not hide it under the rug or pretend like people don't see you or see it. You have to process. You can't get over the pain that you haven't prayed through, that you haven't worked through, that you haven't cried through, that you haven't maybe yelled through, that you haven't processed. What are some ways that you can do that? I'll give you some tips. Journaling. That is my space where I can just write all my thoughts. I have a gratitude journal, but then I have one where I write like how my day was, what I felt, what went great, maybe some things I got wrong, some things I want God to help me with moving forward and what that looks like. Sometimes, second thing, I have to just sit in silence. Quiet, no radio, no nothing in my car. A lot of the times, just sitting with myself so that I could think through what I'm feeling. Because a lot of times, sometimes for me, when I'm talking about it all the time, I just feel like I'm talking about it. But I'm not allowing myself to deal or process it. I'm just putting into words what I'm feeling. And sometimes I just need to sit with what I'm feeling in silence. The third thing is one that we all probably love to do, and that's to don't avoid it, address it. There are a lot of us walking around in avoidance. If we don't talk about it, it'll go away. No, not the truth. We have to deal with it. We have to talk through it. We have to address it because it's not going to go away until we do. It's not going to leave just because you're trying to will it or dream it away. It's going to sit in you and it's going to change you. It will eventually change who you are to make you the person like I talked about before that's just mean because they want to be mean because they haven't healed through the hurt. Or the person that's like, oh yeah, I hope something bad happens to them. What? That don't let it change you and make you bitter and mad at the world. That was me. Pain is a part of the process, but destruction is not part of your destiny. You can decide that the pain that I'm feeling is a part of the process, or you can let it destroy what God has meant for you, the person He wants you to become. If I had let it, I never would have gotten here. not just here on this podcast, here mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. I never would have known me in this way. Because hurt is that, y'all. Pain is a part of the process, but destruction is not your destiny. Feel it, heal from it, then fight forward through it. If this episode resonated with you, send it to a friend who is holding the pain that she didn't cause. And if you're ready to start healing out loud, meet me, come visit. Let's do a discovery conversation at tochamoore.com. Your breakthrough doesn't start with noise. It starts with honesty. Y'all, thank y'all so much for tuning in to this episode of the Squad Podcast. I appreciate you being here. I'm always helping you, wanting you to fight for her, your healing, your evolution. I'm always encouraging you to fight for her, your healing, your evolution, and your reclaim. Go back and reclaim your purpose. Go back and reclaim victory over the pain. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. I'll see y'all later. Bye.